Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Check right in, see what Spirit has for us this afternoon, this evening. It's already evening. For ease and flow of storytelling, I utilize the genders that are printed on the cards. I mean, no disrespect to anybody's sense of identity. Please do what you need to do with those genders to make the storyline work for you. And let's just check right in and see what it is Spirit would like to share with us. Whoa. Nine of Wands. Resilience, persistence, test of faith. Gearing up for the worst defensive. It's the last stand. Challenged by Ace of Pentacles. A cycle is about to begin anew. For all things material. So you're preparing to harvest the gift of Pentacles. And somebody wants it. So you're gearing up to defend yourself in the subconscious. We've got the Eight of Swords in the reverse. Releasing negative thoughts. Freedom. Gaining new perspectives. In the recent past, so you're moving on, releasing the baggage of conflict. Intention and expectation. Is the Four of Swords. Recuperation, renewal, planning for the future. In the near future, Temperance. Being sensible. Patience. Balance. Harmony. The middle road. The lens is being looked through. The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Destiny has turned. This is a turning point. In the environment, Three of Swords, a divorce. Somebody's confused. They're disloyal. You're walking away. The relationship ended. You left behind this abusive relationship and you're making plans for the future. You're in balance and harmony. The wheel has turned and there's a divorce here, a letting go of somebody or of somebody's who betrayed you. Hopes and fears. Yeah, new beginnings. Again, new beginnings. Faith, blind faith, trust. And the outcome? Six of Wands in the upright. Victory. Public recognition. Good fortune. Reward. A promotion. And a Four of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Disconnected. Disconnected. Leaving it behind. This abusive situation, leaving it behind. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. So there is a gearing up for the worst defense. And you've got freedom on your mind. It's the last stand. The last stand. Unfinished business. You know, when it gets quiet, you know, it's too good to be true, right? I mean, at a certain point. Challenged by... So there's unfinished business, gearing up for the worst defensive. The challenge is this Ace of Pentacles, prosperity, and the fact that somebody doesn't care. Somebody doesn't care about you. They want your money. And you want your freedom. You're seeing things from a new perspective. You want your freedom. Somebody's all up in their ego. And you're like, don't want anything to do with that. You want to just, the relationship's ending. You want to release that baggage, leave it behind. This abusive relationship. It's like you don't want anything to do with it. You want to make plans for the future. You want to heal from this. Somebody made mistakes and it's too late to take any action. You're leaving it behind. This abusive relationship. It's time. They can't do anything. It's time and you're out of here. They made mistakes. They're a bully. You're making plans for the future. You're in solitude. They have habits. We've got Temperance here, balance and harmony, Earth Angel. Somebody's overwhelmed. Somebody with habits is overwhelmed because the Wheel of Destiny has turned. And they're unsatisfied with their lot. They're in divorce. They're getting divorced. Three of Swords. This earth, this temperance energy is like cutting them off. Somebody wants peace. Yeah, somebody's divorcing this soul tie. There's a divorce of this soul tie. And a new beginning. A return to innocence and possibilities. Somebody feels broken and shattered by this, that you gained a victory over it and you're out of there. You cut connection. You cut that cord, that connection. You understood what was going on and you're holding back, or you have an understanding of what they were doing and you're holding back. You're like, out of here, out of here. New chapter. Yeah, you don't want to have anything to do with that. And you're coming into an inseparable, hopeful soul contract. Unlike the previous connection, soul tie, that was all about money. You're cutting that off. There's a divorce, a severing of ties. And there's a lot of gossip about this. There's people, or somebody's guilty of being dishonest and they're confused. People are talking about it. People are talking about it. They wanted to be you. They were daydreaming about being you, but you loved yourself and you healed. Huh? And you gained a victory. You loved yourself and you healed. And you cut off. You severed that soul tie. You are gearing up for your worst defense against somebody who does not appreciate you at all. They don't care about you at all. You've got your freedom, and they're stuck in their ego. They think there's still unfinished business. You don't. It's done, but they continue to come at you, trying to force you to appreciate them so they can take part in your pentacle here. Yeah, because they want your wealth. They want your Ace of Pentacles. They don't want you. They feel there's unfinished business because they want your pentacle. They're going to come and they want it. They don't appreciate you. They just want your pentacle. They're very prideful. They're very prideful. They're working, trying to get your pentacle. They're in their ego, but you've gained your freedom. Oh, a community. A community. A whole community. Abusive relationships. A whole community of abusive people. You're leaving them all behind. Mature man, out of time. Abusive relationships. They made a lot of mistakes. You're leaving them behind. Planning for the future. They've got a lot of habits. They'll never change. They feel overwhelmed because you are in a state of balance and harmony. You're in an earth angel energy. And they've got habits. And they're facing imprisonment. They're under adjudication. They're overwhelmed. They're stressed out. The stress from this is draining me. So not only are they stressed out, they're losing energy. They're not satisfied. You divorced them. You cut them off. You severed the cord, the connection. They can't tap into your thoughts anymore. They're unsatisfied because they can't send you telepathic thoughts anymore. The connection has been severed. The connection has been severed, and there's a courtship. They're broken about it. They're broken about your new beginning, your blind faith, trust, innocent beginning. This false person feels shattered because you're out of here. You gained a victory, and you have an understanding of what happened. Yeah, they're in despair. They're in despair because you gained a victory and you got a new connection. You could be in a courtship right now. So you're gearing up for the last defense. They could still be doing their thing, you know. Love spells, some sort of sexual courting magic, some way to bind you to them. So there's gift, wealthy man, thief. So you could be a gift, and a wealthy man is a thief. On the distant horizons, a main male brings an end to this. And becomes the lover of a privileged lady and perhaps has a child. High honor work. High honor, toil and labor. High honor, toil and labor. So yeah, somebody is like, there's unfinished business. We have things to resolve. And it's like, no, their thing to resolve is they want to take your pentacle. They want to come and get your ace of pentacles, your sudden wealth. Denied. They feel unappreciated, or they didn't appreciate you. Imagination. It's all in their head. There's unfinished business. They feel there's unfinished business about this sudden wealth. They're under judgment. They're like obsessed. This whole community of people are in their ego. You gained your freedom. You're not restricted. They can't restrict. They're not restricting you anymore. They're under judgment. They're not able to restrict you with this abusive relationship, this abusive soul tie. Indecision in the reverse. So you know exactly what to do. This mature man is about abusive relationships. They made a lot of mistakes, and it's time. It's too late to take any action, and you're moving on. The relationship is ending, and you're making plans for the future. They got habits, and they're in prison. There's imprisonment there. They made a lot of mistakes. You're an abundant being. You're a limitless being who can manifest whatever, and it's no wonder that they wanted to possess you. Possess you. Loneliness. They're facing imprisonment and loneliness. They're overwhelmed. They're under adjudication. You're an earth angel. Or you're just balanced and harmonious. You're very patient. perseverance. You persevered through this. The Wheel of Fortune has turned, the cycle of destiny, and they can't ping you in your thoughts anymore. They're unsatisfied. This soul tie is divorced, over, done, finished, and there's a new courtship and a marriage. You gained a victory over this. Honest, yeah. Honest. The Wheel of Fortune is turning. There's honesty here. They can't ping you in your head anymore. They can't tap into your thoughts. They can't send telepathic messages. They're disconnected. They're cut off. Oops. They can't bring you adversity anymore. The soul tie is done. They've been divorced. And you've got a new connection here. A new connection, and they're feeling shattered. This false person is feeling shattered by your new connection. Your blind faith, new beginning, the Fool here. You are spontaneous and a risk taker. Some may call you reckless. But you're moving without fear. You're not making decisions based on fear. This false person has lost their freedom. They're under judgment. They've lost their freedom. They're in despair. There's an understanding of what has happened here. They're being held back. You've gained a victory, and there's a new family tree here. New connections. Grief. They're in grief over your victory and your upcoming marriage. Patience. Everything happens in divine order. Friendship, happiness, love. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. So, gearing up for the worst defense. I mean, when it's quiet, you know, but there's still a presence, you know that it's not over. It's getting ready to just... You're getting ready to gear up for the worst defense. Somebody's under judgment and they're under adjudication. They're overwhelmed. They're facing imprisonment. They've got habits, which means they've got addictions, which means... And they're about abusive relationships. They're a bully, so they're not thinking clearly. They could be angry. Full of a whole bunch of negative thoughts, and there's indecision in the reverse, so they may have something in mind. This community of egomaniacs may be concocting some sort of a revenge plan or whatever, but you are moving on. You're not lonely. You're not frightened. You're weary, but you're very courageous. You're perseverant. That's twice out here. You're the earth angel. You're balanced. You're harmonious. Yeah, this mask wearer is under judgment for the work that they've done, trying to steal your abundance. They could be, there's a whole network of people here, this community, which could be unstable right now. But you love yourself. You got a new venture, a prosperous new venture. You're moving on with the Six of Swords here, and time. It's too late for them to take any action. You're at limitless abundant being, and you're making plans for the future. You're leaving them behind. They're divorced. You're divorcing them. You're cutting them off. They can't bring adversity to you anymore. They're not calm. They're freaking out. Strategy. So there's a strategy regarding this marriage, this new family tree. It's a sweet love. An abundant, sweet love. You're making plans for the future right now. They're strategizing. You're strategizing right now about the future, this marriage, this new family tree. And these ones are facing imprisonment. They've got lots of habits. There's homelessness here. They're overwhelmed. They're under adjudication. You were able to persevere through what they did to you, what these mask wearers did. You're not ill. You're not sick. You persevered. And we've got hesitation in the reverse. You're not confused. You're not confused. They're feeling overwhelmed. And they're feeling overwhelmed. It's like you are honest, or you're coming into a cycle, or this Wheel of Fortune, you're in the upright of this Wheel of Fortune, and they are unsatisfied. They can't get into your head anymore. This is a turning point. They want to compromise. Yeah, there's a whole network of people here that they're unsatisfied. They can't get into your thoughts anymore. They want to compromise. There's a divorce. They're getting cut off. This adversity, those who are bringing adversity, that soul tie is over. Whatever that soul tie was, it's over. And there's a new soul tie. There's a new soul tie. And that's fate. Fate. It could be that everybody's picking up on it in the land of divination. You've got a wonderful new beginning. And this false person has lost their freedom. They're feeling broken and shattered. There's evidence of what they've done. There's an investigation going on. They're in grief. They're in despair. They're holding something back. There's an understanding of what's been going on. And this earth angel gained a victory and is coming into a union, having sweet dreams. These ones are in despair. There's a lot of gossip. They're a bully, a blind bully. Like you've got thoughts in the reverse, so they may not be able to mentally connect, and because they're blind, they may not be able to utilize their third eye to astral travel. They could divorced, cut off, Three of Swords, like their connection has been severed. And we got eternal love. Eternal love is stubborn and has put a stop to this business. Somebody's stressed out over your high value. They're furious. They're stressed out and furious over your high value. And they're fighting with all of the people that they were collaborating with against you. Good news. It's you're out of time, and their disturbances are on them, stuck to them. They are responsible for their own well-being. They have to deal with the circumstances that they created. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. So, persistence. You're not afraid. You nourish the creative aspects of your mind. You've got sudden wealth. You're not lonely. Somebody thinks you have unfinished business, or maybe there is unfinished business. And we've got love here. These mask wearers are under judgment for the work that they've been doing against love. They did not appreciate love. And they are challenged. They were wanting your sudden wealth. They wanted your Ace of Pentacles. They could have been trying to wear masks, pretending to be you and take it from you. They could have been pretending to be you, wearing masks as though they were you, trying to take it from you. This whole community trying to take it from a person who loves themselves, but this person who loves themselves got their freedom. They're not bound. They weren't able to bind this person. This earth angel. They weren't able to bind the earth angel. Their pride is hurt. They're not haughty now. Their pride is hurt. Indecision. Says, I use my intuition in all aspects of my life, but it's in the reverse. So they're not connected to their intuition. They're angry because you love yourself. You healed yourself. And they're stuck in pride. These people who are all about abusive relationships. A whole community of people. Scholar. Their knowledge failed to get them the house that belongs to this innocent person who loves themselves. They weren't able to take the wealth from this earth angel. This thief. They're not calm. They're freaking out. They're freaking out because it's too late to take any action. You're an abundant, limitless being. You can manifest whatever you wish to in this physical reality. This relationship is ending. You're leaving it behind. You're moving on to calmer waters. And you are moving on to lover. You got a lover here. And you're making plans for the future. You're strategizing about this marriage, about this new family tree. And man, these ones are not happy because they're facing imprisonment and loneliness. And they got habits. They're feeling overwhelmed. Feeling overwhelmed. Old woman. There could be an old woman involved with this. Old woman. Mature man. Loneliness, imprisonment, habits. Oh, oops. Despair. Adjudication, overwhelmed by your perseverance, Earth Angel. You persevered and they're overwhelmed by your perseverance. You weren't, and now you're not alone. And you're having fun. You're happy. You're honest. You're on a good luck cycle. You're a sweetheart. They can't tap into your thoughts anymore. There's a whole network of people that want to compromise this whole community. They're getting cut off. They can't bring adversity or confusion anymore. They're being divorced. They're cut off. All connections have been severed. And it's fate. There's a new courtship here. There's a new marriage. This Earth Angel is moving on. No longer connected to this group of people. Doctor in the reverse. They're not sick. This Earth Angel is not sick. They're in the Fool energy, so it's happy, not a care in the world. And this false person is shattered. They left evidence everywhere. They're a thief. There's evidence everywhere about them being a thief. And how they've been doing it. They're a bully. They're a bully they're a bully and a thief. To those who are blind, to those who don't have any knowledge, to those who don't have any awareness, they're in grief because they're seen for exactly how awful they are. There's an understanding. Melancholy. They're sad. They're sad because everybody sees the truth, because everybody knows the truth. And there's joyfulness. There's a celebration because the truth is out about this foe, about this enemy. And everybody's talking about it. There could be happiness regarding a surprise, regarding some money. The enemy is suffering a misfortune, going on a journey. They could be transitioning into a spirit realm. Got a letter from a merchant. There's death. Oh, priest. Oh my gosh. That being said, we're at the end of this read. I'll see you on the next one, everybody.